Okay, now let's dive exactly into how this actually works. So I'm going to show you 2 example products that you can buy and sell and make money with on Amazon. So the first one is a teeth whitening product here. And the first thing I always do is when I come across a listing is I pull up the 2 softwares that are like the safe haven in the Amazon business. One is called SellerAmp and the other is called Keepa. You're going to get very familiar with these, but they're basically a data software on how much it is selling and who else is selling it, as well as a profit tracker. Amazon has their own profit tracker, but it's much easier to use a software that's made exactly for this. So you can see here the product is a pack of 2. It's selling for $25.56. Now I have set rules based here on the right side of the screen into the software, which is called SellerAmp, to know what ROI I want. It also gives me data of some of the products, how fast it sells in its category, how many sales per month, and what my max cost is compared to considering how I set up the software that I want to make a 30%, 40%, or 50% ROI. And it tells me you have to source the product cheaper than $9.75 to make that, set ROI. So mine is typically 30 or 35%. And I do it just to bake in a little bit, just in case anything happens with sales, if they dip, or if there's any returns. So you can see here, like I said, it's a teeth whitening product. It's a pack of 2. It's called Tom's of Maine's Fluoride. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through the source site of where to buy the product and break down what kind of ROI we would get, as well as sales per month. So when we look at the competition, you do this by 2 ways. You go through SellerAmp, and you can see all the different type of sellers, how long they've been selling, their rating, how much stock they have, and that gives you a really good idea on competition. Because if the listing sells 200 times a month, but there's 10 sellers with 10,000 items in stock, then it's too competitive a listing, and we probably won't get that many sales. So we go through the sellers here. You can see they're all smaller sellers because they have smaller ratings, and they typically, for the most part, have smaller stock. That's also a good sign because the price may increase in the future rather than decrease. So you can see here, like I said, they're all smaller sellers. There is one that has over 30 units in stock, but for the most part, this looks really intriguing and really exciting as a product. Now we're going to dive here into the other software, which is called Keepa, and this is going to give us all the data and history of the product that we really need. It's going to tell us how many sellers there are, how many sellers are in the past, and what the pricing history was of the product. And this way you can make calculated decisions on if you think it's going to be a better purchase in June or in August, or if it's going to be a good purchase year round. So obviously here at the bottom, I could toggle between, a year long of the graph, or I can toggle between 4,000 days of the graph, which all shows different types of data. Now, don't get overwhelmed and frightened by all these different bars and movements on the graph. There's only really a few things you need to worry about. Down here just says the amount of sellers. Over here, if the consistency is pretty good, meaning that there's not too many jumps in the bars and it's pretty level head, that means that it sells pretty good year round in its category, which its category here is health and household. And then all the way at the top on the blue, it's like pinkish, the pinkish line, that shows the buy box. So that shows what price the sellers are winning the product at and the listing at over time. You can see here that the pricing is pretty consistent. Even it rises up to 28, 29, goes down to 25. But even at the price it is now, $24.56, it's going to be a really quality buy. So what I'll do is I'll jump right here into the source site, which is tomsofmaine.com, which looks like the actual brand's source site, which is always good because you're buying it from an authentic supplier, considering you're buying it directly from them. So you can see here that the product price is $5.99 for a unit of 1. Now, at this time of recording the video, there is, I believe, a 20% discount on this site, Tom's of Maine. What I would typically do in this stage of the business is I would always reach out to the brand or the company and ask them, hey, do you guys have a list of distributors, or are we allowed to buy in bulk on your website? And that way, instead of placing orders to only get like 10 units or 20 units at a time, also considering it's a pack of 2, you're going to need more. You're able to get like 100 or 200, as long as you have the capital, at a time, and keep up more with staying in stock and making more ROI on your sales. So the pricing comes out to $9.74 with a 20% discount and including sales tax. And my sales tax is typically exempt from every site or every brand because I have a sales tax exempt because it is for wholesale. And if you have that, basically you don't have to pay sales tax in your respective state. Some of you may live in states where you just don't have to pay sales tax in general. So this being at $9.74 is a really quality lead. As you can see here, the ROI is great, the profit is great. But even if you get it at a 10% discount for some type of welcome bonus at the time, and it's maybe around $11, it's still 34% ROI. So you can see here, I'm toggling on the right side of the screen back with the first software, which is called SellerAmp. And it's going to give you all the data that you need to know. It's going to say your ROI. It's going to give you profit per dollar. It's going to give you a break-even price. And from there, you can kind of get an understanding of the data and analytics in your head. So I know, as we scroll down here on the software, where I say, okay, quantity. Now, if I sell, this listing sells 200 times a month, it's probably not realistic of what you would sell because you have to, one, stay in stock, and two, you have to compete with the other sellers in the listing. But if you're able to sell 100 units per month at a 10% coupon code on the website rather than a 20%, it's going to cost you $1,100 and your total profit would be $375. So basically you would invest $1,100 to get back $1,475 on this listing. And it's really quality because this is only 1 month of sales. Now, over time, as you stretch it out over a year or over 6 months, you're going to have an even higher number. So if you're able to sell 100 units a month, and considering that this pricing looks very consistent, let's say over the course of the next 3 months, so you could sell, let's say, 300 units over the next 3 months, you can do $1,000, $1,125 in profit. So now you're investing $3,300 to get back $4,425. So this is a really quality lead. Now, when I agree on the lead that I'm going to purchase it, I'm going to buy it, I have an idea on how fast I can get my money back and what kind of competition there is in the listing, I'm going to take the ASIN number here at the top of the software. You can see it says ASIN, and below is UPC. UPC is directly for the product. That's the identifier, how the company identifies the product or how the rest of the world identifies it. But the ASIN number, or the ASIN, is how Amazon identifies the product. Because when you send inventory into Amazon, you have to notify them what product you're actually selling, and it has to be connected to your seller account. So this ASIN number, every single listing on Amazon has their own unique identifying ASIN number. So what I would do is I would copy this ASIN number like I did here. I'd go into my Seller Central, which this is your platform and software to list products, to manage your inventory, to look at your sales, and everything else under the sun. So I paste that here, saying that I want to list this product in my catalog. So then I can now sell it amongst the other sellers. I always do this prior to buying product just to make sure that I can actually sell the product and that there's no other error messages that would pop up. So I would then hit sell the product. Now here we are in the Seller Central part of things. And I hope you can still see this, but you're gonna get quite the gist of it. So once you hit sell the product and you go into the Seller Central, you can then list the pricing. You can choose how you want to ship it, whether you want to ship it from your house or you want to have Amazon handle the customer service and the shipping, which then you would need to pack a big box to send to Amazon of all these units in one, and then Amazon would store it at one of their warehouses. But typically, I always do FBA, that model. And when I first started selling, I did FBM because it was easier. I had all the inventory right in front of me. I just bought boxes and I bought some tape. And when I would get orders after listing the product, I would just ship them on its way. So that's the full step guide on selling that product. And it can be very successful because I've shown you over the next 3 months or next 6 months, you can sell this consistently at a really good price. And now if you reach out to the brand or a distributor, which is typically the best case route, and maybe you get the product for $9.50, like the original price with the 20% coupon, then you can be very consistent, sell it at a higher profit, and sell it at a higher ROI. So your investment will go much longer of a way. And you can see here, the pricing is very consistent, and even times it goes up higher than $25 or $24, which is very intriguing. Okay, now let's jump to the second product. The second product here is a brand called Mr. Iced Coffee. Mr. Coffee Iced, I'm sorry. And here it is a coffee set, and you can see it sells for $45.41. And here on the right, so we're going to go back into our software, and that's how pretty much every analytical data and process starts when you're evaluating whether to sell the product or not. So you can see here the product says it's selling for $45.41. Now, when I scroll down a little bit, you can see here that the seller is a FBM seller, which means that he's shipping the product out of his house. And you'll get a ton more of data on this and knowledge, but FBM versus FBA, Amazon always incentivizes sellers to sell via FBA because they make more money, because we then pay them a FBA fee because they're handling the fulfillment. And they always give it's always better service for the customer and the Amazon customer because they get the Prime Day, 1-day shipping, where FBM, it would take maybe 3 days, 5 days, 7 days through USPS or UPS in the mail. So here we see here that $45.41 is the buy box price. Now, the buy box is this big old buy button. I don't want to get into it too much, but it's the big old buy button that you see here. Now, I didn't dive into it too much on the first listing, but as there's always a ton of sellers on the listing. You can see here there's 11, and the last one, there wasn't as many. But all of these sellers are going to get listing over time because this buy box rotates according to Amazon. They're going to give different sellers different sales at different times because sometimes sellers have inventory in New York, sometimes sellers have inventory in California. So whoever is getting tailored to the customer the most is typically going to get the buy box. Now, it also depends on their algorithm, which means, how much stock you have or how long you've been selling on Amazon and your reputation on this listing, right? Like if you've been selling this listing for 2 years, Amazon can trust the service that you're going to provide and the authenticity that you're going to provide to this customer. So the buy box rotates, and pricing is the number one factor, but your size of a seller and trustability of your seller matters. So it only gets easier as you stay on the platform and continue to sell. And also jumping back into the buy box, now FBA, like I said, always wins buy box over FBM. You can see here that the FBA pricing is not consistent or not really competitive with the FBM pricing. It's almost $9 cheaper. But for this case scenario, the FBA price, even though there's a low amount of stock, there are going to be a ton of sales. And this is my number one tactic in winning sales on many listings, is just listing the product at an FBA at a higher price. Okay. Now, this doesn't work if there's an FBA price much lower and then your price is much higher. But if there's an FBM price lower and an FBA price much higher, then it's always going to be a consistent win. So for this product, I would list it at $54.99. And also, you can always test this. Now, if you don't get sales at $54.99, you could drop it down to $50.99 or $49.99. But there's a little bit of a gap that you can kind of raise the price from the lowest FBM price. Now, as you can see here, the listing looks pretty quality. The yellow bar means that Amazon jumps on the listing from time to time and they sell the product themselves. And yes, it's true. Over 60% of these listings are carried by third-party sellers like you and I. So people who are just looking to sell on Amazon, create a business out of it, that's dominated by us third-party sellers. And that's why their softwares and their programs and their seller centrals are so advanced, because majority of their business is done by sellers and they have to take care of us. So going back into it, the yellow bar is Amazon jumping on the listing from time to time. And as we run over the cursor over the course of the last 3 months, we can see here that the pricing is pretty consistent at $44.95, goes down to $42, $44. So if we can expect to get sales, maybe let's say at $50.99, and this listing sells 200 times a month, you can see here on the software as well as on the main screen of Amazon. Now, and we're going to dive into the product to see the product price for a second, but I know the product price beforehand. So it's $20 and the sale price is $50.99. Now this listing sells 200 times a month, but again, we can't consider that we're going to win all the sales in the buy box for the entire month, right? And also note to remember, these are an estimate. So sometimes it says estimated sales 200, but maybe it sells 300 or 400. But typically the estimate is pretty close. It would never say 200 and then sell it like 5 times a month, because that would be very unsuccessful for all of us sellers. So I can figure here, if I can get, let's say 75 sales a month on a listing that does 200, and I could stay in stock pretty frequently, your total investment would be $1,500 and you'd make a total profit of $658. So you would invest $1,500 and you'd get back $2,158, which is a really good investment. And this makes it a really, really quality lead. Now, if you look at the pricing and say, okay, maybe I can do this for 2 months or 3 months, let's say 3 months, for example, and I could sell 225 units over the course of the next 3 months, you can make $1,975. Now, I'm sure you're thinking like, this is all too good to be true, but the key and the value and everything is finding the quality leads that you're able to sell and that you feel risk adverse on the investment. So as you build out your catalog and you get more and more leads like these two, you're able to expand your catalog, invest more money, and grow as a seller. Where now, hopefully you find 10 of these leads where you're making $1,900 within 3 months. Now, if you find 10 leads of making $600 in a month, that's $6,000 a month. Yes, you have to pay for the software, which is very inexpensive. and little fees to make sure you're tracking your financials. But it's a very simple tactic to where you're buying product at a lower price and selling it at a higher price. Now, just so you can confirm all these pop-ups, but just so you can confirm the pricing, I'm not sure if it's showing my screen here, but you can see here the Mr. Coffee product on this site called boscovs.com, which allows you to buy in bulk. It's $24.99, and you're able to get a 20% coupon, which will take you down to $20. So that's also an example of a site where now you're buying it at a profitable price, and you could buy it at bulk, where now you're able to not have to place 4 or 5 orders. You can just place one order, have the inventory come in, be able to decide whether you want to sell to FBM or FBA. For this product, considering it's a little bit bigger, I would personally send it to FBA just so I don't have to deal with fulfillment and going to USPS. And also, the pricing and profit is typically the same because you have to either pay the shipping fee to the customer or you have to pay the FBA fee to Amazon. But there's a little rundown on 2 example leads that can make you a ton of money. And if you want to get started right now, you can dive in and actually use these leads as examples and test them out to make some money on and go from there.